Finance Ministry has been very focused on ensuring an independent operation of the newly created National Development Bank without any political interference. Now, this is the reason why the establishment of the National Development Bank is not going through parliamentary scrutiny and approval, but rather through the Registrar General's department. According to Director for Financial Services Division of the Finance Ministry, Samson Akligo, the ministry has developed a strong regulatory environment to ensure that the bank survives without government intervention. He was speaking at a development dialogue organized by the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research.
National Dialogue by the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research was focused on the establishment of national development banks in the country and the best practices to learn from. Under the theme, National Development Banks and Sustainable Financing in Ghana, the program also gave a platform to stakeholders to deliberate on the importance of the yet-to-be-established development bank. Director of the Financial Sector Division at the Ministry of Finance, Samson Akligo, explains that the move to avoid direct parliamentary involvement is to ensure full independence of the bank. He also assured the ministry is taking guidelines from the international best practices.
For the first time, we did not go to Parliament to really pass an act to set up the development bank. The whole idea is that we don't want direct political appointments, and we don't want a situation where we also have civil servants and public servants on the board. So what we sought to do is that we established it under the Registrar General as a company, and then because we want it to be regulated, we passed a new act to develop that ecosystem and have it regulated. And I can confirm that so far what we have done is that we went through an independent process, devoid of central government, to appoint the board, and then the board is even more open to non-Ghanaians. And then at the same time, the CEO and the management selection process have been very competitive. And I think that is very important as one of the key lessons.
Director of ISE, Professor Peter Quarty, challenged the ministry to put in all the necessary measures to avoid collapse of the bank after a few years of its establishment.
To also strengthen the regulation environment to avoid financial sector cleanups. You saw in 2002, Bank for Housing and Construction and the Cooperative Bank went down. 2017, we've seen banks go down. Are we going to see a repeat in 2024? 2034, it looks like, I don't know, I want to break that cycle that every 17 or 18 years there will be a bank collapse. I think we ought to break away from some of these challenges so that we create enough confidence in the system. Because when banks go down, it affects livelihood, it affects people's health, employment, and so on and so forth. We want to avoid that. I want to end here.
Other speakers on the panel charged government to use the bank to support specific sectors of the economy, like agriculture, to spur growth.